Good morning, agents. Welcome back to another field briefing. Before we jump into today's mission, remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more daily intel, and share this briefing with other agents out in the field. The world needs hope, and by sharing, you're helping spread the mission. All right, let's get into it. Today's mission briefing is titled Red Flags, Guarding the Heart. And this one is vital. See, one of our biggest problems as agents in the field, we love to test how a red flag can get. It's funny, we don't always question it. Sometimes we follow the heart's lead without considering the cost. And why? Because we're taught to follow your heart. But that's risky business, and it doesn't always lead us where we're meant to go. You see, it's about the vulnerability of the heart. The heart, especially when it's in love, is the most vulnerable part of us. In Jeremiah 17:9, it says, "The human heart is the most deceitful of all things and desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is?" You see, our hearts often don't know what they want or what they're doing. And yet, we let it lead us, especially when it comes to love. Now let's talk a little bit about young love. I see this especially in teenagers. They see someone and they think it's the real deal. They think this is forever, and they're so willing to go all in. But the truth is, when we follow our hearts without wisdom, we're not leading, we're being led. We're giving power to something that doesn't always have our best interests at heart. So we must lead our hearts, not follow it. This is why I believe we need to lead. We need to lead. But also, just as importantly, we need to learn to lead our hearts, not just follow them. It's important to learn how to do so. The heart can be unpredictable, naive, and easily hurt. Nothing makes us more vulnerable than love. But when we take a step back, spend time growing, and don't rush into finding the one, that's when God has room to work in us and bring the right person into our lives. So that's how we learn to lead and not follow. The risk and the reward. Now, don't get me wrong. Love is worth the risk. I believe that what we gain from taking that chance can outweigh the risk itself. But here's the thing. We have to be wise about who we allow in and who we pursue. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life." God's word isn't warning us to never love, but to guard our hearts and be cautious about who we let close. So what's the best way to lead our hearts? Spend time with God and with yourself. Let God work on you. Develop into the person God is calling you to be. When you focus on growing and getting closer to Him, that's when the right person is more likely to come into your life. If we keep trying to do it our way for our reasons, we might end up missing what God has for us. If we keep ignoring those red flags, if we keep pushing forward for our own reasons, we risk ruining what God has prepared for us. That's why guarding our heart is so important. We can't force our timing. We have to trust God's. So, agent, today's mission takeaway is simple but powerful. Lead your heart, don't just follow it. Seek God's wisdom, wait for His timing, and trust that He knows best. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take." Trust God with your heart. He'll guide you to where you need to be and the people meant to be there with you. If today's mission helped you rethink some red flags, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with others who need to hear this. Remember, we're all in this mission together. Until next time, agents, stay vigilant, stay faithful, and guard your heart. Dismissed.